This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, everyone, good morning. We continue in Mishna Berura Yomi. We're up to Siman Taf Pei Tes. We're in the middle of Mishna Berura Sivkat and Hey. The Mishna Berura brought down that when the Mechaber says it's a mitzvah on every person to count themselves, this is derived from the pasuk L'sfartem lachem, that the mitzvah is chal on every individual. Now it's mashma, the Mishna Berura began, that this is not like other mitzvahs that are dependent on amira, that you could be yotzei from your friend, because here the Torah is megale that you're not yotzei so long as you didn't count yourself. However, says the Mishna Berura, there are achronim that write that the kavanas hatar v'svartam lachem does not mean you have to do it yourself and you can't be yotzei from someone else. Rather, it's coming la'afuke, that the mitzvah is not on bezdin. However, the Mishna Berura says v'chol zeh basfira. This whole conversation is regarding the counting itself. But Avo, however, bebrachas mevarchim al asfira, the blessing on the sfira, the kol yama efshalat say chaveroi, you for sure could be yotzei through someone else. Afilu hu baki, even if you are a baki, chumay b'chol brachas, like any bracha. Miu minug b'chol yisrael shkalachim mevarch b'servel atzah. The minug is that everyone makes the bracha themselves. Now, the Shartzion says of Katan Hey, that nevertheless, if you have a suffix, when in a situation where you can't count with a bracha mishum suffix, if it is certainly correct to hear the bracha from someone else. The ein soimchen al shel tzibur, the minhag is not to be soimchen al shel tzibur. Kasva achroinim the sfira mutter b'chalash, and achroinim write sfira is mutter in any language. Ovavad sheyavan oisei aloshin, provided you understand it. Vim einoi mevin, if you don't know, understand it. Afilu sipar b'lashon hakodesh, even if you count it in Hebrew, einoi yotzei. You're not yotzei. The kivim l'yada might come if you don't know what you're talking about. Ein zeh sfira, that's not accounting. Now the Shartzion brings in Sivkat and Vav that this comes from the Magen Avram Dal Yerab and the Chok Yaakov, even though you're always yotzei b'lashon hakodesh, even though you don't understand. Here it's worse. This is more analogous to that which we wrote in Simanun and Mishna Berura in the name of the Achronim. The Rabbi Yaakov Emden questions this from Tosfos, but says the Shartzion, according to what we said, we could answer it. The Mishna Berura continues. Let's read in the Mechaber. V'tzarach lispar ma'umad. You need to count standing ulevarich tchila, and to make the bracha first. Says the Mishna Berura, v'tzarach lamoid mishash shemaschal bracha. Even though the Mechaber says you have to count standing, you stand from the beginning of the bracha. V'diavad afilam sipar miyushav yatsa. But diavad, if you counted sitting, you're yotzei. Shartzion says that it's muchach from the Torah and the Beis Yosef. You need to make the bracha standing, because all berachos hamitzvos have to lecharchila be ba'amida, especially here where sfira itself, the Achronim say there's an asmachta from the pasuk that should be standing. It says mehachel chermesh bakama. Don't read it bakama ela bakoima. Now the Mechaber says v'sofer hayom hashvos. You count the days and the weeks. Keitzad b'yom harishon oimer hayom yom echad ba'oimer. On the first day you say today is the firfirst day ba'oimer. Ad shemagil l'shiva yomim, until you reach 7 days v'oz yoimer. Then you say hayom shiva yomim. Today is 7 days shem shavua echad ba'oimer, which is 1 week. Says the Mishna Berura, v'sofer hayom hashvos t'chsiv tisru chamishim yom. It says count 50 days. Uchsiv shiva shavuos tisru lach, and it says count 7 weeks. V'im sipar yomim l'chud v'lahizkar shvus. If you just counted the days and not the weeks, yesh oimrim sheyatsa b'diavad. Some say you yatsa b'diavad. V'yesh oimrim, some say no. Shetzarach lachsa v'lispar yom hashvos kadin. You have to go back and count the days and the weeks properly. V'alkein choyzer v'sofer b'loy bracha. Therefore, you go back and you count without a bracha. V'im shachach lachsar v'lispar, and if you forgot to go and to count, moina shar yomim b'bracha, you count the other days with a bracha. V'imana shavuos. Now, in other words, the Mishna Berura is saying if you counted with the days and you didn't count with the weeks, and you didn't make it up, so then you could continue counting the other days with a bracha. V'imana shvuos v'lo yomim. If you counted weeks without days, everyone says you're not yotzei. Now, the Shartzion in Sivkatan Tes brings from Maharash Halevi in the Pri Chadash, and then he says that the Eliyah Rabbah brings a raya from the Shibali Haleket, but the Sharatzian pushes that off, because you could say that Shibali Haleket is going according to his reasoning that Sfir Bezman is the Iraisa. Okay. Says Mishna Berura Ches Ba'omer Uvaroiv Poskim Hanusach La'omer. In most Poskim the Nusach is La'omer Miu Ikar Din Ze Einu Ela Charchila. The whole din of saying La'omer or Ba'omer is only Charchila Kedei Lavar Shu Mayna Miyam She'krivas Ha'omer V'hala. In order to explain that you're counting from the day that they brought the Omer on. Vim Lo Omer Ela Hayom Kach V'Kach Nami Yatsa. And if you didn't say that, you're also Yotzei. Okay, wishing everyone an amazing day.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.